Welcome, Gregory. Welcome, Dee Dee. All right, let's get started on page 10. It's English Day. Welcome, Stephanie. This is a name I don't think I'm familiar with. This is your first time with us? We'll get started on page 10. Homage to the Sublime One, the Worthy One, the Fully Enlightened One. Homage to the Sublime One, the Worthy One, the Fully Enlightened One. Homage to the Sublime One, the Worthy One, the Fully Enlightened One. I go to the Buddha for refuge. I go to the Dhamma for refuge. I go to the Sangha for refuge. A second time I go to the Buddha for refuge. A second time I go to the Dhamma for refuge. A second time I go to the Sangha for refuge. A third time I go to the Buddha for refuge, or the Sangha for refuge. A third time I go to the Dhamma for refuge. A third time I go to the Sangha for refuge. The 3 refuges are complete. I undertake the training rule to abstain from taking life. I undertake the training rule to abstain from taking what is not given. I undertake the training rule to abstain from sexual misconduct. I undertake the training rule to abstain from false speech. I undertake the training rule to abstain from intoxicating drinks and drugs causing heedlessness. Having well undertaken and kept the 5 precepts together with the 3 refuges, one should strive on with diligence. With morality, good rebirth is gained. With morality, wealth is achieved. With morality, perfect peace is attained. Therefore, morality should be purified. Page 24. Welcome, Jayantha. Homage to the Sublime One, the Worthy One, the Fully Enlightened One. Homage to the Sublime One, the Worthy One, the Fully Enlightened One. Homage to the Sublime One, the Worthy One, the Fully Enlightened One. Such indeed is the Sublime One, worthy, perfectly enlightened, perfect in true knowledge and conduct, well gone, knower of the world, supreme trainer of persons to be tamed, teacher of gods and humans, enlightened and exalted. Well expounded is the Dhamma by the Sublime One, directly visible, unaffected by time, calling one to come and see, leading onwards to be realized by the wise. The order of the Sublime One's disciples is practicing well. The order of the Sublime One's disciples is of upright conduct. The order of the Sublime One's disciples has entered the right path. The order of the Sublime One's disciples is practicing correctly. That is, the 4 pairs of persons, the 8 kinds of individuals. This order of the Sublime One's disciples is worthy of offerings and hospitality, worthy of gifts and salutation, supreme field of merit for the world. The Buddha, well purified, with ocean-like compassion, possessed of the eye of knowledge, completely purified, destroyer of the evils and corruption of the world, I revere that Buddha with devotion. Homage to you, so nobly bred, homage to you amongst men supreme. Peerless are you in all the world, may all homage be given to you. The teacher's Dhamma, like a lamp, divided into path, fruition, and the deathless, both itself transcendent and showing the way to that goal, I revere that Dhamma with devotion. Thoroughly understanding the Dhamma and freed from longing through insight, the wise one who is rid of all desire is calm as a pool unstirred by wind. Those to whom the Dhamma is clear are not led into other doctrines. Perfectly enlightened with perfect knowledge, they walk evenly over the uneven. Of all the medicine in the world, manifold and various, there is none like the medicine of Dhamma. Therefore, O monks, drink of this. Having drunk this Dhamma medicine, you will be ageless and beyond death. Having developed and seen the truth, you will be quenched, free from craving. The Sangha called the field better than the best, who have seen peace, awakening after the Buddha's good way, who have abandoned attachment to noble ones, the wise. I revere that Sangha with devotion. Happy is the arising of the Buddhas. Happy is the teaching of the true Dhamma. Happy is the unity of the Sangha. Happy is the discipline of the united ones. They go to many refuge, those who have been struck by fear. They go to the mountains and forests, to parks and trees and shrines. But none of these is a secure refuge. None is the refuge supreme. Not by relying on such a refuge can one be freed from all suffering. But one who has gone for refuge to the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha sees with perfect wisdom the Four Noble Truths. Suffering, the arising of suffering, the transcending of suffering, and the Noble Eightfold Path that leads to suffering's final end. This is the refuge of the secure. This is the refuge of the supreme. By relying on such a refuge as this, one is released from all suffering. By this practice of Dhamma in accord with the Dhamma, I respect the Buddha. By this practice of Dhamma in accord with the Dhamma, I respect the Dhamma. By this practice of Dhamma in accord with the Dhamma, I respect the Sangha. All actions are led by the mind. Mind is their master, mind is their maker. Actors speak with a defiled state of mind, and suffering follows, as the cartwheel follows the foot of the ox. All actions are led by the mind. Mind is their master, mind is their maker. Actors speak with a pure state of mind. Then happiness follows, as your shadow follows you without departing. Impermanent are all conditioned things, affected by rising and falling away. Having arisen, they then must cease. Blissful is it when they subside. Abstaining from all evil, doing what's good, cleansing one's mind. This is the teaching of all the Buddhas. Patience is the highest practice. Nibbana is supreme, say the Buddhas. A mendicant doesn't harm others. A recluse oppresses no one. Not insulting, not harming, restrained according to the moral code, moderating in food, dwelling in solitude, engaging in higher mental development. This is the teaching of all the Buddhas. By the blessings that have arisen from my practice, may my venerable preceptors and teachers who have helped me, mother, father, and relatives, male and female rulers, worldly powers, virtues, human beings, the higher beings, demons, and high gods, guardian deities of the world, celestial beings, the Lord of death, friendly people, indifferent and hostile, may all beings be well. May the skillful deeds done by me bring you threefold bliss. May this quickly bring you to the deathless. By means of this meritorious deed and through this aspiration, may I quickly attain the cutting off of craving and clinging. Whatever faults I have until I am liberated, may they quickly perish. Wherever I am born, may there be an upright mind, mindfulness and wisdom, austerity and vigor. May no harmful influences weaken my efforts. The Buddha is the unsurpassed protector. Dhamma is the supreme protection. Peerless is the silent Buddha. The Sangha is my true refuge. By the power of these exalted ones, may I rise above all defilements. By means of this meritorious deed, may I never join with the foolish. May I join always with the wise until the time I attain Nibbana. May the suffering be free from suffering. May the fear-struck be free from fear. May the grieving be free from grief. So too may all beings be. From the highest realm of existence to the lowest, may all beings arisen in these realms, with form and without form, with perception and without perception, be released from all suffering and attain to perfect peace. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right, secondary chanting, page 217. Santi bhikkhave bhikkhu imasming bhikkhu sanghe tinang samyojanang parikkaya ragadosa mohanang tanuta sakada gimino sakyi deva imang lokang agantva dukkasantang karisanti eva rupapi bhikkhave santi bhikkhu imasming bhikkhu sanghe Santi bhikkhave bhikkhu imasming bhikkhu sanghe tinang samyojanang Parakaya sotapana vinipata dhamma niyata sambodhi parayana eva rupapi bhikkave santi bhikkhu emasmin bhikkhu sanghe santi bhikkave bhikkhu emasmin bhikkhu sanghe chatunang satipattanang bhavana nuyogama nuyutta viharanti eva rupapi bhikkave santi bhikkhu emasmin bhikkhu sanghe santi bhikkave bhikkhu emasmin bhikkhu sanghe chatunang samappadanang bhavana nuyoga matu yutta viharanti pe chatunang iddipadanang panchanang idriyanang panchanang balanang sattanang bojjanganang aryasa atangakassa maggassa bhavana nuyoga manutu yutta viharati eva rupapi bhikkave santi bhikkhu emasmin bhikkhu sanghe santi bhikkave bhikkhu emasmin bhikkhu sanghe metta bhavana nuyoga manu yutta viharanti karuna bhavana nuyoga manutu yutta viharanti mudita bhavana nuyoga manuyutta viharanti upekka bhavana nuyoga manuyutta viharanti asubha bhavana nuyoga manuyutta viharanti anicca sanya bhavana nuyoga manuyutta viharanti eva rupapi bhikkave santi bhikkhu emasmin bhikkhu sanghe santi bhikkave bhikkhu emasmin bhikkhu sanghe anapana sati bhavana nuyoga manuyutta viharanti anapana sati bhikkave bhavita bahulikata mahaphala hoti mahanisangsa anapana sati bhikkave bhavita bahulikata chattaro satipatthane paripureti chattaro satipattana bhavita bahulikata sattabojjange paripurenti sattabojjanga bhavita bahulikata vidya vimutting paripurenti. All right, English. Continuing with Anapanasati Sutta. Welcome Kumar and John and Audrey. In this Sangha of bhikkhus, there are bhikkhus who, with the destruction of 3 fetters and with the attenuation of lust, hatred, and delusion, are once returners, returning once to this world to make an end of suffering. Such bhikkhus are there in this Sangha of bhikkhus. In this Sangha of bhikkhus, there are bhikkhus who, with the destruction of the 3 fetters, are stream enterers, no longer subject to perdition, bound for deliverance, headed for enlightenment. Such bhikkhus are there in this Sangha of bhikkhus. In this Sangha of bhikkhus, there are bhikkhus who abide devoted to the development of the 4 foundations of mindfulness. Such bhikkhus are there in this Sangha of bhikkhus. In the Sangha of bhikkhus, there are bhikkhus who abide devoted to the development of the 4 right kinds of striving, of the 4 bases of spiritual power, of the 5 faculties, of the 5 powers, of the 7 enlightenment factors, of the Noble Eightfold Path. Such bhikkhus are there in this Sangha of bhikkhus. In the Sangha of bhikkhus, there are bhikkhus who abide devoted to the development of loving kindness, of compassion, of altruistic joy, of equanimity, of the meditation on foulness, of the perception of impermanence. Such bhikkhus are there in this Sangha of bhikkhus. In the Sangha of bhikkhus, there are bhikkhus who abide devoted to the development of mindfulness of breathing. Mindfulness of breathing. Bhikkhus, when mindfulness of breathing is developed and cultivated, it is of great fruit and great benefit. When mindfulness of breathing is developed and cultivated, it fulfills the 4 foundations of mindfulness. When the four foundations of mindfulness are developed and cultivated, they fulfill the seven enlightenment factors. When the seven enlightenment factors are developed and cultivated, they fulfill true knowledge and deliverance. All right. Go to our thought of the day. Second paragraph from the top. Idang ko bhikkave pana bhikkave dukkha dukkha nirodha gamini patipadarya satchang ayang eva riyo atangiko maggo seyatidang sammaditthi sammasankappo sammavacha sammakammanto sammaajivo sammavayamo sammasati sammasamadhi. Now this, bhikkhus, is the noble truth of the way leading to the cessation of suffering. It is this noble eightfold path, that is, right view, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. Hello, friends. So we have the fourth noble truth today, which is the path, the way, the medicine. This is what must be developed, right? So that we can abandon our craving and become and have freedom from suffering. These noble eightfold path is a very ancient thing. The Buddha says he does not invent this, he found it. Just like somebody might find an old ancient city that used to be once prosperous and now is hidden by the jungle and covered up and things like that. So this Noble Eightfold Path is the framework, is the training, is the medicine used for reaching this goal. The only goal of the Noble Eightfold Path is freedom from suffering. That is the goal. Right? The goals of the different people who practice it might be different. But eventually, maybe who knows how many lifetimes from now, you keep developing the Noble Eightfold Path, you reach the ending of your suffering. It's literally, you develop that momentum of developing the Noble Eightfold Path, and eventually you can't help but get there. You keep practicing, you are developing freedom from suffering. So, all right, I think we are good for today. So Sukhi Hotu, may you be happy and at ease, practice well and be well, and may you have a spiritually successful and peaceful practice until we meet again, which if I'm alive should be tomorrow morning for another Monastery experience. And as always, for those of you staying for the meditation, it begins and ends at the bell. All right, friends, have a good day. Jantha, send me a message and we'll talk.